Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Clarke Central High School in the Classic City, Athens, Georgia, as we get set for tonight's crucial matchup in Region 8 5A between the Clarke Central Gladiators and the Heritage Patriots. Joined alongside by Nicole Castreon, the third member of our team, Savannah Brock, right here as well. And Nicole, the last time these two teams met, it was a very close matchup, and it showed in the region the number 4 and number 5 team.
Yeah, a very close matchup in Walker. Heritage actually only won by 2 points, 56 to 54. So this is a really big game, especially when it was such a close margin of a loss. So we'll see how Clarke Central comes out to play today.
Yeah, this is going to be crucial in terms of the region standings. And Savannah, the last time we saw this Clarke Central team, they looked pretty lethargic against Cedar Shoals on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. The crosstown rivals, they actually lost by 30 points. It was 74 to 44. I don't know what was in with them since it was such a close game at their first matchup. So hopefully they learn their mistakes and they're going to come out stronger than ever, so we'll be able to see a great game tonight.
It's going to be a great one, and we're glad you've joined us. Stay tuned. Basketball's next, live from Clarke Central High School. Now it's down on the floor. And we're back here at Clarke Central High School as we get set for Clarke Central basketball. The Gladiators being announced their starting lineups right now. We'll run down both starting lineups for you right now. First for the Heritage Patriots out of Conyers, Georgia. They're 14-8 overall, 7-3 in the region, coached by Vernon Denmark. The starting lineups will look like this. Number 1, Rashad Jones, a 6-foot senior guard, averaging nearly 8 points a game. Number 3, Byron Abrams, a 6'3 sophomore guard, averaging 7 points a game. Number 4, Jordan Thomas, a 6'1 sophomore guard. Number 11, Mikhail Wilkerson, a 6'6 junior forward. And number 24, Isaiah Banks, a 6'4 sophomore guard forward hybrid. Looking at Clarke Central's starting lineups, they come in at 11-8, 6-4 overall, coming off that loss to Cedar Shoals. It's number 2, Desmond Sorrells, a 5'8 junior guard. Number 21, Rayshawn McCall, a 5'7 junior guard. Number 12, Jabriel Parks, a 6-foot junior guard. Number 32, William Howard, a 6'5 senior forward. And number 33, Jack Mangle, a 6'2 freshman guard for Coach Andre McIntyre. Ready for tip? Heritage will come away with it, and we are underway here at Clarke Central. Again, the last time these two teams met, a 2-point victory for the Patriots, who will move right to left on your screen. And right away, a foul called on number 11, Stanley Ezzard. That's his first. Actually, Ezzard in the starting lineup instead of Mangle. Ezzard, a 6-foot senior guard. A late change in the starting lineup for Coach McIntyre. Swung around quickly, a 3 on the way for Heritage, and it's good for Byron Adams. He was 1 of 4 in the last meeting between these two squads, and he hits another one there, Nicole.
Yes, he does.
Clarke Central in the front court now, and a turnover as number 11, Wilkerson, comes away with the steal. Down the floor quickly, and a foul called on number 11, Ezzard. That's his second. Mangle will check in at the next, after the first free throw. We're really seeing, Nicole, Heritage really try and push the tempo against Clarke Central.
They really are. They are really coming out very strong here, very early in the first quarter. So we'll see if they can keep this momentum up as the game goes on.
Jones at the free throw line, averaging 7.7 a game. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line in the last meeting between these two schools. He misses the first. That makes him 33 of 47 overall on the season. A pretty good percentage in high school. He was also the leading scorer in that last matchup, 15 points. I would imagine that the offense probably runs through him.
Yeah, we'll see how his leadership goes.
Second free throw good. 4-0 your score. Just underway here in Clarke Central. Driving baseline is Sorrells. Sorrells puts it up, no good. Rebound to Heritage. Clarke Central again having trouble on offense. The last time they were in this arena on Saturday, so far struggling again.
Yeah.
Central gets the basketball back after the turnover. And they look to run offense. Top of the key now is Jabriel Parks. He swings it around. Now driving baseline is Sorrells. Sorrells looking down low. He throws it away, and Heritage going to break quickly. Nice take to the basket by number 24, Isaiah Banks, and a timeout called quickly there by Clarke Central. Again, that fast-paced tempo of Heritage really catching up to Clarke Central's defense.
It really is, and turnovers are already showing that they are going to kill Clarke Central early right here now, so we'll see if they can reverse this and try to get some tempo going.
Yeah, 6-0 your score, as you can see on the screen. 6:37 to play in the first quarter, as Clarke Central going to have a couple more subs come in. Heritage cheerleaders, you can see them on their screen. They're making a ton of noise. It's almost like we're in Heritage's gym. It's a home game for them.
Yeah, it's definitely bringing a lot of energy in here, especially for this Heritage team. So let's see how Clarke Central's cheerleaders will respond.
Clarke Central has the basketball now. They've had 2 early turnovers in this one, in this offensive side. They look to run offense. A lot of high post picks now. A 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and a foul going to be called, it looks like. We'll see who they call that on. Give that to number 3, Byron Adams. That'll be his first. Looking to inbound, now thrown away again. There's another turnover by Clarke Central. And again, Heritage quickly up the floor. That rebound no good, but a couple offensive boards, still no good. And now Clarke Central will look to push. Shot up, no good for number 33, Mangle. Rebound to Heritage, and they bring it to the front court. We saw Clarke Central there, Nicole, try and run the ball up the floor and try and play a little fast pace as well. But Heritage's defense very good in getting back.
Yes, Heritage's defense is really showing themselves with the momentum right here.
Rashad Jones with a 3-pointer from the near side corner. Now it's 9-0. Off to a 9-0 start is Heritage. Central in the front court looking to get on the board for the first time. Trying to run a set piece on the offensive end. Gives to Mangle near side. Mangle looking now high post to number 22, Fleury. Still swinging, now a 3 going to be on the way, number 12, Parks, good. And that's the first 3 points for Clarke Central as they finally get on the board.
Those are points that Clarke Central definitely needed to try to get their momentum going.
9-3 now the score. Looking down low, this is number 11, Wilkerson. Wilkerson dribbles baseline, kicks out to Jones. Jones going to fire another 3. That one off the mark, but 2 offensive rebounds and a putback for Wilkerson. Clarke Central not boxing out on that defensive end.
No, they're not. They really need to figure out where they're losing their points there.
Clarke Central going to drive baseline, looking down the middle, another turnover. Clarke Central trying to get back on defense. 3-on-2 break for Heritage, 3 on the way, left it short, but Thomas gets his own offensive rebound. Another offensive board, and it's the second possessions that Heritage is getting, allowing them to jump out to this big lead.
Yeah, second chance points are proving to be very big for this Heritage team right now.
Wilkerson with another basket, now a 10-point lead for the Patriots, 13-3. As Clarke Central, we talked about it in the opening, they've struggled on the offensive end on Saturday. Again, really slow and lethargic looking.
Yeah, this Clarke Central team definitely needs to figure out how they can bring up the momentum, bring up the tempo, try to get some more points on the board. Another
turnover, Heritage now in the front court. Heritage has 5 rebounds thus far, most of them offensive, to Clarke Central's 1. There's a turnover as Clarke Central will look to break, and a foul is going to be on number 4, Jordan Thomas. That's his first. It'll be the team's second.
She's down there.
Subs into the game for Heritage include number 0. You don't see that often in high school basketball. Charles Moore, he's a 6-foot junior averaging just over 4 points a game. Clarke Central into the front court. trying to find some way to get the ball inside against this very tough Heritage defense. And a turnover as Parks hit Flurry in the head. It'll go out of bounds to Heritage. Let's send it down to the sidelines to Savannah Brock, who has a report for us. Savannah, what do you got?
Currently, both teams have currently lost to Cedar Shoals in recent games. The most recent for Clarke Central was on Saturday here in the gymnasium. However, they did both come out slow. We do see that Clarke Central did get a nice three-point shot. So maybe, hopefully, they'll be able to pick up some momentum and come out and make it a little closer game than what we have right now.
Thanks, Savannah. Clarke Central turns it over again on the offensive end, and Heritage will have the ball, still up 10, 13-3, with 2:36 to play, first period. Andre Harris bringing the ball up the floor. One of many seniors for Coach Vernon Denmark. Clarke Central going to try a little bit of a different defense now, going with a 2-3, trying to trap out of it, get a few turnovers. Heritage content with just swinging the ball around the outside. Now going inside, a jumper on the way from Moore, no good, out of bounds. It was tipped by Clarke Central, they say. It'll be Heritage basketball. Heritage really trying to lull that Clarke Central defense to sleep, and we saw it there as Moore cut to the high post.
Yeah, they really are. This Heritage defense is really putting the pressure on this Clarke Central offense.
Basket there by Jalen Peters. His first two of the night, and now it's 15-3 in favor of Heritage. Clarke Central desperately trying to find something to answer. Now trapped down low, and a foul going to be called as number 23, and Xavier Brown was trapped. The foul was going to be on Byron Abrams. Heritage is really showing their upper hand thus far, Nicole. 15-3. We really thought that this was going to be pretty close.
Yes, we did.
And so far, Heritage really jumping out ahead.
They really are. This Clarke Central team really needs to find something if they want to stay in this game.
Clarke Central into the front court again. Down low to Flurry. Flurry kicks it out to Mangle. Mangle elbow jumper, no good. Rebound to Peters, and Heritage will bring the ball into the front court. Swung quickly around the perimeter. Shot up by Harris, no good, but an offensive rebound again by Jalen Peters. He didn't convert on it. Clarke Central will come quickly. And another turnover, and a jump ball going to be called. Possession will stay with Clarke Central. It's really been a struggle for Clarke Central offensively, thinking back to Saturday when we were here, and also tonight. They just really haven't been able to get many open looks.
No, they really haven't. They are really struggling, trying to find where their place is on offense and defense, and it's really showing on the scoreboard.
Inbounding into the backcourt now. Clarke Central will bring it in. Trying to find inside, but very lengthy is Heritage's defense. You look at the size that they have on the floor. Jalen Peters, a 6'5" center. You've got Charles Moore, a 6-foot junior, number 10. San Martin Rozier, 5'11". Number 4, Jordan Thomas, 6'1". Number 3, Byron Abrams, 6'3". A lot of height and a lot of length.
Definitely. You can see it as they defend the ball.
Clarke Central swinging around. Now a three-pointer on the way from Mangle. Left it long, and San Martin Rozier will get the rebound, and Heritage again pushing the ball quickly, looking for the open shots. And a nice block there by number 12, Parks, and Clarke Central will push now. Parks, left-handed layup, missed it, and a rebound for Thomas, and that's been the story thus far, not being able to put home shots on that Clarke Central end. A foul going to be called on number 12, Parks. 36.5 seconds left, 15-3. They actually called that on number 12, Jalen Peters, the other number 12 on the floor. .32 seconds left here in this first quarter. A look at the rebounding right now. Heritage 9, Clarke 3. Nice pass down low. Mangel's layup off the mark, no good, but a foul going to be called on Wilkerson, and that's, Nicole, been the first time that we've seen Clarke Central be able to get the ball inside.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see if Clarke Central can get these free throws, see if they can get some more points on the board as we come to the end of this first quarter.
Mangel to the free throw line, the 6'2 freshman. 17 of 27 from the free throw line. First one up and good. 15-4 now the score, ending what seems to be the longest drought that I can remember with a team not scoring. There you see Mangel, his second free throw, also good. Now 15-5, and here comes a little bit of full court pressure. Heritage breaks it pretty easily, and they'll swing it around and hold out for the last shot. 10 seconds left here in the first period. Moore has the ball near side wing, swung back to Rozier. Rozier drives, nice pass down low, misses the layup, and the ball goes out of bounds with 0.3 seconds left. Clarke Central will have a shot.
All right, right now we only have Jack Mangel and Gabriel Parks on the board for Clarke Central. Let's go down to Savannah and see what she has to say.
Right now, the Pats have a 10-point lead over the Gladiators. It's been a very slow start game for the Gladiators, just like they were up against Cedar Shoals. Currently, the only points been scored for Clarke Central has been 1 3-point and 2 foul shots. Hopefully, by the second quarter, we'll be able to see a little bit more momentum with them, and maybe this game will have a little close in.
Thanks, Savannah. Looking at the turnovers, we've been referencing how Clarke Central's been struggling on the offensive end, much to what Savannah was talking about. We look at the turnovers. Right now, Clarke Central with 5 turnovers, Heritage with just 2, and really the turnovers have been what's giving Heritage the points.
It really has. It's given Heritage the momentum they need. Clarke Central really needs to generate more turnovers on this Heritage team coming up in the second quarter.
Heritage has the ball to start the second quarter. Another point to that offensive, the offensive woes for Clarke Central, as you see Heritage get another basket there from Wilkerson. That's his 6th point of the game. Clarke Central's had only 1 player hit a field goal so far in the game. Heritage has had 5 players hit a shot from the field, make it 2 now for Clarke Central as Ellis Fleury gets his first basket of the day. And again, they got it inside, a nice easy bucket.
They need to the offense needs to create more chances for this Clarke Central team to get more looks at the basket.
Dunk attempt no good, and the rim's off kilter now. The basket's not going to count, I don't think. The rim was off from the dunk attempt there by Isaiah Banks. The officials are going to converse as to whether or not that basket counts. I don't know if you could see it on the screen, but the rim was actually tilted down because of that dunk attempt. It didn't reset. Both teams will take this opportunity to try and get a little strategy in. 19-7 your score with 7:17 left. We mentioned that both of these teams were right next to each other in the region standings 4 and 5. If the region standings were to hold, they would actually play each other in the region tournament for a chance to go to state.
And that would be a big game if it came to that, but right now it's looking a little rough for the Clarke Central.
The officials are telling Heritage and Clarke Central why the basket's not going to count. You see there the officials talking to Coach Denmark about why the basket doesn't count. That rim did not reset after the dunk attempt. So it'll be 17-7, but it will be Heritage basketball as they still had possession after that rebound. Harris will trigger it in. And he'll get the ball back in the corner, guarded by Mangle. Now swung quickly. And a three-pointer on the way from Banks. In and out, no good. And another almost offensive board as Clarke Central was able to come away with it. Now pushing, getting it inside, now kicking it out. Three on the way from Fleury, left it way long. And Mangle couldn't put it home from short. So Heritage again bringing the ball up the floor. They're still up 10. They've led the entire way. They get it inside easily to Wilkerson. Wilkerson with 8 points after the hook shot. It's really pretty easy as a timeout will be called by the official, it looks like. It's really easy, Nicole, for Heritage to get the ball down low. They're putting on a clinic on how to do it down there.
Yes, they are.
With that last basket, Wilkerson extended his scoring total to 8. He's the leading scorer of the game. He's outscoring Clarke Central right now. 19-7 the score. Driving down the lane, now kick out, nice pass. Back to number 2, that's Sorrells. Sorrells tries the layup, blocked there by Wilkerson, but Sorrells ends up putting it home, and the lead's back to 10. Again, Clarke Central getting the ball inside, easy things come.
Yeah, they need to really take advantage of that, try to get some more points on the board.
Another offensive rebound for Heritage and a putback from Jones, but he missed it. Another offensive rebound, but Banks stepped out of bounds. It'll be Clarke Central basketball, just under 6 minutes to play. Thomas will check back in.
Heritage is actually averaging 29 rebounds per game. They already have a lot here in the second quarter. So we'll see how many more they can get as this game goes on.
Nice shot there from Desmond Sorrells. Cuts the lead to 8. That's the first time the lead has been to single digits since the first quarter. And now a turnover. And Mangle will bring it up. Pressured, and it's going to be Clarke Central basketball. Mangle triggered in right in front of that Heritage bench. Inbound to Sorrells. He has the last 4 points. Sorrells turns it over. Heritage looking to push quickly. You referenced that 29 rebounds a game, Nicole. Right now, Heritage has 13 rebounds as we see Thomas hit another jumper to extend the lead back to double digits. Clarke Central just 5. The out-rebounding coming really into play here.
It is very much affecting this Clarke Central team. They really need to get some more rebounds, figure this offense out.
Clarke Central's trying to get the ball inside. That's where they've had the most success. They've also had success in the hands of this man. Sorrells turns it over, however, trying to get it out to Mangle. Quickly up the floor is Heritage. Heritage looking inside. Nice pass down low to Banks. Banks layup good. And it's 23-11. And with that, a timeout by Clarke Central. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Let's go down to the floor and the sideline with Savannah Brock. Savannah, what do you got?
Currently, Heritage has 8 players on the bench to Clarke Central 6. Right now, Clarke is taking a big hit from Jaquad Daniels being out due to rotator cuff surgery. The power forward junior also plays football for Clarke Central. He's currently being looked at by Georgia and Tennessee.
Thanks, Savannah. 23-11 your score. Clarke Central took a full timeout actually instead of the 30. Mikhail Wilkerson for Heritage, 8 points. He's the leading scorer, Nicole. And really all of the buckets for Heritage, including that last one by Banks, have come right around the basket. It's been hard for Clarke Central to keep Heritage out of the middle of that defense.
Yeah, they really need to figure out how to get them out of the middle, how to spread them out a little bit, and try to keep defending them as best as they can.
About 4.5 minutes left here in the first half, 23-11. in favor of the Patriots. McCall brought it up the floor for Clarke Central. Inside to Howard. Howard, the leading scorer for this Gladiator squad, 18.5 points a game. You missed that layup. So Heritage will go quickly. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark, no good. Howard gets the rebound. Howard also the leading rebounder, 7.6. He'll take that one in and get a foul called on him. The foul is going to be on Peters, and Howard will go to the line to shoot two.
Howard is actually second in the free throw leader category with 65% of his free throws.
First free throw coming for Howard. This will be his 110th free throw. It's off the mark, no good. Substitution back into the game is Abrams for Heritage. We're exactly halfway through the second quarter. The lead's now 11, 23-12. Full court pressure for Clarke Central. Heritage again breaking it with ease. Heritage basketball after the deflection. We're really seeing Heritage, Nicole, do whatever they want offensively, and they're even getting the offensive rebounds to continue their possessions.
Yeah, this Heritage offense is really just walking all over this Clarke Central team, taking them where they want with the ball, just doing what they want.
A rare turnover for Heritage as Banks was looking for Abrams to cut back door. So Clarke Central will have a chance to again cut this lead to single digits. They have not led in this contest. A little zone for Heritage this possession. And another turnover for Clarke Central. That's their 8th turnover of the contest. And Mangle will check back in. Clarke Central averages just 10.3 turnovers a game. They're already almost there. They have 8. Banks goes up and gets called to go to the free throw line after a foul on Howard. Banks will shoot 2, but that does not put Heritage on the bonus. That's only the 4th team foul. First free throw for Banks, left it long. Second one coming. It's off the mark. Clarke Central corrals in the rebound, and he'll bring it into the front court. Still looking to cut that lead to single digits. Skip pass over to Moore, who takes a 3. It's off the mark, no good, but Howard gets the offensive rebound. They get it inside to Ezard. Ezard's jumper no good. And Heritage again will push. 2-on-1 break and an easy layup for number 4, Jordan Thomas. Again, Nicole, the fast break of Heritage really putting Clarke Central behind.
Yeah, it's really killing this Clarke Central team, all these fast breaks, these fast points.
Mangle's gonna fire a 3 from the corner. It's off the mark, and a rebound to Abrams.
It's interesting, this Clarke Central team actually replaced this entire starting roster from last year. 11 JV players were moved up. So very young team, little inexperience, so we'll see how they handle this game.
Right now, Clarke Central, the 5 seed in the region, Heritage the 4, and a great block by William Howard, number 32. It'll still be Heritage basketball with 2:18 left in the first half.
It's interesting, Howard and Wilkerson on Heritage are actually tied for blocks per game with .8.
3 on the way from Thomas. That one's off the mark. Heritage not finding much success from behind the 3-point line, but still lead by 13. 3-pointer this time on the way from Ezard. It's off the mark, no good, out of bounds. to Clarke Central with just under 2 to play in the first half. Howard will trigger it in and get it right back down low, trying to find somewhere. He's trapped, kicks out to Mangle. This Heritage defense trying to trap everything, as the jumper was no good from number 24, Moore. Foul going to be on Heritage's number 12.
Heritage foul. Number 12.
We said that Heritage averaged 29 rebounds a game. Clarke Central averaged 28.9 coming in. Heritage with 9.4 steals on average per game. Clarke Central with 8.6. So we thought it would be a pretty even matchup. Thus far, not showing.
Yeah, definitely by the stats, you look at the numbers, these teams match up very well on paper, but not on the court right now.
Free throw off the mark from Ezard. Howard gets the offensive rebound, going to drive baseline and kick it out. Swung around quickly now. Ezard will drive baseline, found inside, and a foul going to be called. As number 20, Jaquan Daniels, went up. Check that, that's number 20, Marshawn Lattimore. I thought it was Jaquan Daniels for some reason, but then I remembered that he has a torn rotator cuff. He's actually being recruited by UGA and Tennessee to play football as Daniels, but of course had to go under that shoulder surgery to start the season. In those first 7 games that he was in, though, Daniels averaged 7 points a game, so they lost a huge source of offense there in Daniels.
They really did, and it's really showing on the court right now without his leadership.
Second free throw on the way for Lattimore, no good. But Central gets the offensive rebound, and Howard missed the bunny and then almost got his own rebound. But Heritage will come away with it, and they'll look to break. 4 on 3. It's Moore now. Moore's layup no good. Howard gets the rebound for Central, and he'll bring it up the floor quickly. Looking for a pass and finds one. Driving in a nice layup there by Marshawn Lattimore. The 6'5" senior for Coach McIntyre, and a timeout going to be called for Heritage as the leads cut to 11, 25-14, with 66 seconds to play here in the first half.
30-second timeout.
Clarke Central's Howard now has 6 rebounds.
He's really trying to step up on that defensive end to cut down those offensive rebounds that we kept seeing from Heritage early in the game, which allowed them to get this big lead.
It really, yes, it has. Heritage has really come out with the rebounds.
There you see Coach McIntyre trying to get his team to find some kind of offense. They've struggled in the past game and a half now to find a source of offense. They're going to come out in a little bit of a 3/4 court press. Try and get a quick turnover from Heritage. Now under a minute to play. Still 25-14 is the score. It'll be Clarke Central basketball now, just under 54 seconds to play in the half. We'll see what Coach McIntyre wants to do, if he wants to try and keep it for this last possession. Ezard swings it around and gets it back. No, it's actually a steal by Banks. Banks going to go in, throw it home with the jam, and again that rim stuck. But a great steal and a great dunk there by Banks.
That was an incredible dunk. Definitely showing the mood of this game. Heritage has come out to play, and Clarke Central still isn't really showing up.
That's the 10th turnover for Clarke Central here in the first half. They average 11 for each game this season. Nice pass down low to Howard. He'll put home the layup and cut it back to 11 points, 27-16. Just under 20 seconds to play. Heritage going to push. Driving baseline now is Thomas. Thomas kicks it out. Heritage will hold for 1. Moore with the basketball, driving down the middle of the lane, floater off the backboard, no good. Howard with the rebound, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, throwing those Hail Mary, no good. And at the half, the score 27-16 in favor of Heritage. And really, that fast break is what it's been.
Yeah, that and turnovers are really hurting Clarke Central as well.
Yeah, you see there the cheerleaders being a huge part of the game for Heritage. Let's send it down to Savannah Brock, who's with the Heritage cheerleaders right now.
Although there aren't as many fans here as there were on Saturday, you can tell the teams are making their own momentum. Here I have the Pats cheerleaders helping their team out.
Thanks for that, Savannah. Again, your halftime score 27-16 in favor of Heritage. We'll be back at the end of halftime. Again, 27-16, your halftime score. Live here from Clarke Central High School in Athens, the Patriots lead the Gladiators by 11.
All right, we're back for the second half. Welcome, I'm Justin Fedich doing the play-by-play, back with Nicole Castrion. And the game's not quite out of hand yet, Nicole, is it?
No, it's not. It's still not quite a nice margin, but still a little wide.
Right, only up by 11, so Clarke Central's still in this. And I think one of the big things that's kept them in it is William Howard not scoring points, but getting rebounds.
Yeah, Howard actually is 4th on the team in rebounds with averaging 7.6 per game. So he's a big factor for this Clarke Central team. It's what's keeping them in here in this game.
He's been a huge factor, and really Clarke Central has not been able to score the way they wanted to. Their leading scorer, Jasmine Sorrells, with 4 points.
Definitely not. They really need to figure out how to get this offense going in the second half. Try to get some more points, definitely some more second chance points. They're really losing out on a lot of second chance opportunities.
Definitely. They need to find another rebounder besides Howard.
They really, yeah.
Their next highest rebounder has 2 rebounds, so that's Jabriel Parks. All right, getting ready to start the second half. Stanley Ezer to inbound the ball. Jack Mangle passes out to Ezard on the perimeter, and he's getting trapped. Howard gets it ripped out of his hands, but there is a foul.
Number 3.
And fouls is one of the big things that doomed Heritage, or kept this game close in the first half. Heritage with 8 fouls and 3 fouls for Clarke Central.
Fouls have really kept Clarke Central in this game, giving them points that they need when they are making points with their offense.
It's been almost the only thing.
Essentially.
Heritage has been leading in almost every other statistical category as Howard drains the first free throw. Lead now down to 10. And Howard hits both. He's now up to 4 points. Tied for the lead in scoring for Clarke Central. Abrams driving down the lane and blocked. Clarke Central driving it down the call. Passes to Mangle, and it's taken away. Clarke Central's 11th turnover. They got to protect the ball, Nicole, in the second half if they want to win.
Yeah, they're being really careless with the ball, turning it over. It's really hurting them, showing on the scoreboard right now.
That's a foul. Marshawn Lattimore with a foul. Again, representing Jaquan Daniels, who's out, the shoulder injury. Really a nice gesture for him. Abrams at the line. He knocks down the first one. And Abrams misses the second one. Has 4 points on the night. Howard driving it down. And Nicole, Howard's really been a star for this team tonight. They haven't had much help from anyone else, really.
So, and this Clarke Central team really needs to start giving Howard help. He can't be the only one on this team.
He really can't. They just got to find offense from someone. And that's not going to be. Oh, but Howard gets his 8th rebound of the game. And that's been the story of the game tonight. Howard getting on the offensive glass. But an answer from Jordan Thomas. And Heritage is keeping this game at an 11-point lead. Ezra with the ball at top of the key. And he drives, but he's got 3 guys on him. Abrams passes down to Thomas, and he gets the layup.
Heritage is really getting the Clarke Central with these fast breaks. Clarke Central needs to find a way to respond, get down the court.
They've got to tighten up defensively early on here. If ever a time to make a run, now's the time. And they called dual possession. It'll be Heritage ball. Some were calling for a travel, but Heritage retains possession nonetheless. Abrams drives it down the court. Shaw Jones passes inside, and a foul. Akil Wilkerson going to the line. He already has 8, the leading scorer in the game so far.
Clarke Central foul number 20, Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, Wilkerson.
Lattimore picks up his 2nd foul of the half.
Mikhail Wilkerson to the line, shooting 2 shots.
And Wilkerson with the 2nd.
Wilkerson actually is one of 2 players on this Heritage team that is averaging in double digits and scoring with 10.1 points.
That's not surprising given the way that he's put up points tonight. He's really got the perfect combination of speed and size on the inside. At 6'6", he's a junior forward. Tallest player on this Heritage roster. And Howard in again. That's his 8th point. He's got 8 points, 8 rebounds, well on his way to a double-double. But if Clarke Central wants to come back, they're going to need someone besides Howard. You would think. There's his 9th rebound. Maybe they don't. And it's a charge. Howard doesn't get lucky this time. With 5:09 left in the 3rd period. Heritage with a 13-point lead. And we're going to bring it down to Savannah right now.
Clarke Central was going to shoot a basket. All of a sudden, one of the Heritage players got injured. He currently is standing up with the help of one of his teammates and his coaches. At the moment, we don't know what conditions he's in, but he is limping off the court at the moment. He seems to be getting some of his strength back as he does, but he possibly could be out the rest of the game. We just have to sit and see.
No, that's
Thanks, Savannah. He looks like he's in a lot of pain right now. He's keeled over on the bench right now. Charles Moore drives, and another rebound for Heritage. That's Isaiah Banks with the deuce. 15-point lead for Heritage. This game is slipping away for Clarke Central. Howard with it inside. Gonna make a move, and he gets it over double coverage.
shining here for Clarke Central.
He's the only one. You know, the game started out early with a 9-0 lead for Heritage, and Nobody could rebound the ball for Clarke Central. Howard popped up in the second period, and he hasn't stopped since. You would think this game would be closer, given the fact that Clarke Central's only a game behind in the standings. And Howard drains another one. Back in the other end, Banks hits a shot. And there's a timeout on the floor. Clarke Central really needs this win.
They really do.
If they want to make a push for the region playoffs, this is it right here. Especially on their home floor. You'd think they'd be given more than 26 points with 4 minutes left in the third period.
Their mentality has to be tough right now, coming off that big 30-point loss to Cedar Shoals on Saturday.
There's a 13-point lead right now. 39-26 Heritage leads.
So number 32, William Howard, has 8 points this half, really shining here for the Clarke Central team.
And 9 rebounds to go along with that. If there's no other good news at the end of this game, Howard will at least have a double-double, you would think. That's McCall trying to get through traffic. And Howard again. He's got his 10th point. It's a one-man show for Clarke Central. And driving that, taken away. Jabril Parks dishes to McCall, out to Ezard, and he drains the triple. Clarke Central has narrowed this lead down to 8, and suddenly it's a game. Crowd's getting into it. And Clarke Central ball, only down by 8. This went from a blowout to a game real quick.
It's definitely the momentum that Clarke Central has been looking for all game. This series in the past minute has really turned this game around for them.
The Heritage cheerleaders sure don't want this game to get out of hand. Or for Clarke Central to come back, rather. As their dishes to Howard, and Howard, 12 for this period. And a foul on the other end. It's a charge. Clarke Central really getting into it. Howard is leading this team to a comeback.
Clarke Central has finally found their offense after 6 quarters of struggling of straight play, including the last Cedar Shoals game on Saturday.
And that Cedar Shoals game was ugly for them as well. This is really the best period they've had in quite a while. Could Howard make another shot? No. He tries to follow but can't get it. Jordan Thomas pulls it down. Byron Abrams driving. Pulls out for Thomas. Back to Abrams. And there's a foul. That's number 20. Marshawn Lattimore, his 3rd foul of the period. And we're bringing it down to the sideline reporter, Savannah Brock. Savannah?
Clarke Central's momentum has definitely picked up this half. Currently, they are only down by 6. Well, now after Heritage just scored a foul shot by 7 points. However, this is a big win. If Clarke Central can pull out this, they need a big win because they are currently ranked 5th in the region while Heritage is ranked 4th. They need to be in the top 4 to be able to contend in the region play and then hopefully state.
Heritage only at 2 for the half. Lattimore with 3. Lattimore's got to be careful. He's still in the game right now, so obviously coach has some faith in his skill. Jabril Parks, the top of the key, dishes over to Sorrells, over to Howard. Ezer for the 3, and Howard with the rebound. Rebounding it over to Heritage players. Sorrells with a clear pass to the lane, dishes to Ezard, and it goes in. Heritage only leads by 5. This is a game, folks.
This game turned around very quickly.
We've got a game in the Terra Gladiatorum. And it goes in for McKeel Wilkerson. Sorrell's driving. Oh, but he traveled.
Yeah, Justin, the energy in this gym has really changed all of a sudden. The crowd is really getting into this game, really bringing an energy to this Clarke Central team, something they desperately needed.
It is, but Heritage has a chance to go back up by double digits with a triple here. And Abrams driving. Wilkerson can't get it to go. Parks on the rebound. Sorry, Ezard on the rebound, dishes to Parks. Ezard with the ball.
Right
Sorrell's
now,
looking around for help.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Heritage is still leading 42-35.
He dishes it over to Lattimore, and he hits it! Representing Jaquan Daniels with that number 20. Making Jaquan proud.
This is the closest the game's been since 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Only 3 turnovers this half so far.
Yeah, both teams have really cleaned it up.
Yeah, no, it's been a great quarter of play.
The first half was so much slower than this. Abrams at the line. 5 fouls for Clarke Central now. Abrams averaging 6.9 points per game. Also averaging 2.4 rebounds. He's got more than that tonight. As he hits the second one. Sorrells to take it up. Clarke Central looking for one more score before the end of the third period.
Clock's winding down and they got 17 seconds left.
15. Making a move with 10 seconds left. Howard. Oh, and it almost goes down. Big rebound from Abrams. Trying to get on 3, 2, 1. And he gets fouled with .4 on the clock. That's Andre Harris who got fouled. He'll be at the line. And that's Lattimore again with his 4th foul this period.
At line number 2, Andre Harris, 2 shots.
Harris drains his first free throw, offering a nice spark off the bench. Harris averaging just under 5 points a game for this Heritage Patriots team. And the heave is short. And Heritage leads 46-37 at the end of the third period. We're going to bring it down to Savannah.
Right now, the game is closing in with only 9 points between both teams. It's basically anybody's game. And as you can see behind me, the crowd is getting crazy at the moment since we are on a break. But they've been going wild, they've been cheering. This is what Clarke Central needs to maybe pull ahead in the end. But we still need to see. We only have 1 more quarter.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Those fans behind you look more excited than I've seen them the past 2 games.
Definitely a good energy here in Terra Auditorium.
And we are in, I feel like, for a good 4th period, despite the fact that Clarke Central's still down by 9 points.
Yeah, we'll see if this Clarke Central team can keep up this tempo. see if they can get some more points on the board and keep this game where it's at.
Well, if they do, you know who it's going to come from.
It's true. It will definitely come from Howard.
Howard's been the only guy that they can depend on tonight. Maybe someone else comes up big tonight. Maybe it'll be Jack Mangle. Maybe it'll be Sorrells. Perhaps Ezzard. Ezzard to inbound. We got 8 minutes left. Mangle trying to find someone. That's Brown getting open. Brown dishing inside to Howard. He's been unstoppable on the inside, and he's got his 14th point. Triple teaming them, trying to get a turnover. And they do. But Sorrell steps on the back line. That'll be Heritage ball. Harris to inbound. And that's Abrams getting double teamed. Throws an elbow, but doesn't get called. And it as a foul, it looks like on Wilkerson.
Number 11, Kyle Wilkerson.
We've got 7 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Heritage is still leading 46-39.
That's 3 fouls for Heritage, 6 for Clarke Central. Sorrell's taking it up, dishes it out to Ezzard. Brown driving, pass to Mangle, and the 3 comes up short, but Howard the rebound. He steps on the back line. No, it was a foul. Oh, no foul. Oh, my correction, there was a foul. It was Abrams. Clarke Central with 1 more foul, and they will be in the bonus. 4 fouls for Heritage now. This win would be huge for both teams, Nicole. Both teams need it desperately to get into these playoffs.
Yes, they do. They both need a win. Heritage is a little bit more of a stake if they lose tonight. We'll see which team comes out on top after this.
Right, you could tell both teams want it too. This isn't just a backyard game. They're playing for real.
No, they
and
are.
Harris rims out. The Banks with the follow. Scores now 48-39. Heritage leads with 6:34 left on the clock. Clarke Central needs some points here. And Howard with the pick. Sorrells goes the other way. Buddy turns it over. And a breakaway for Jones. But the block from Ezzard. Oh, but he's called for the foul. No, he's not. Looks like it'd be goaltend. It was a goaltend.
Fouls have really played a part in this second half for Clarke Central. While they've cleaned up their play, it really seems that they've been fouling a lot more. Tempers may be flaring a little bit more, and it's really showing on the court right now.
And that's one stat that's been the opposite of the first half when Heritage had more fouls. And a big rebound, but a miss for Moore. And Harris takes it down the court. Dishes out to Banks, but he's blocked. That time it was a clean block.
Clarke Central really seems to be struggling with second chance points, missing the basket, rebounding the ball, not really getting that second chance, which is what's really not allowing them to get more points on the board.
Right, Banks takes it in. That's Jordan Thomas with the jumper. It rims out for Wilkerson with the follow, and he's fouled. That's 7 for Clarke Central. Now in the bonus.
I think that the fouls are really hurting Clarke Central right now. It's what's giving Heritage more points than what they are scoring on the offense.
Right. You know, ever since Howard came out of the game, there's been a big change in momentum. They
He-
need him on the floor. That's why they weren't pulling down that rebound.
He has been a huge force for this Clarke Central team, really giving them the beat that they needed.
You know, it doesn't matter how many fouls he has. He needs to be in for the rest of the game, in my opinion. They're down by 13. They need someone who could provide a spark, and he's been the only one who could do it consistently tonight.
He really brought
As
life
they're
to his
driving,
team.
dishes out to Mangle. He needs to hit this, and he does! 33, hits a three. And now it's a 10-point deficit for Clarke Central.
Now they've cut this lead down, back down to 10, but still Clarke Central needs to find some kind of new rhythm since Howard is now on the bench to try to get some more points on the board with 5 minutes,
Right.
5.5 minutes
They
left.
could use a few more threes. And now we're going to send it down to Savannah. Savannah, what do you have?
One of the big players for Clarke Central is number 20, Howard. He has been big on defense for Clarke Central. However, he has been taken out of the game, and they have since turned over the ball to Weiss, which has turned into 4 points for Heritage. 4 big points, actually. As you can see, that there's only a 10-point difference between Clarke Central and Heritage. We only have 5:30 left in this game. It's a big one, like we stated earlier. This game could determine who is fourth in the region.
Get back on. And Howard is still on the bench. Apparently he took himself out of the game because he was gassed, which can certainly understand given the fact that he's been all over the court. But
He really has.
I mean, this big of a game, you think he would be giving it more than his all, more than 100%.
You watch him hustle up and down this court.
Right.
He was really pushing himself out there,
Right.
but fatigue is going to be a really big factor in this game.
The travel from Heritage. Clarke Central about to inbound the ball. And Howard comes back in for Clarke Central. You know they're going to try to get him the ball here. If not, he'll grab it off the boards. Ezard with the ball. Brown out to Sorrells. Mangle trying to hit another three, and he does! Could Mangle be the hero tonight? And the lead is down to 7. Clarke Central putting on some press. But Banks hits the jumper. 9-point lead with 4:45 left in the game. And Ezra trying to do it all himself, but he can't. Sorrells, Banks. And they're driving it down the court now. Oh, and that's going to hurt Clarke Central and their chances. Rozier with the basket and the foul. And that's Clarke Central's 8th foul.
These fouls really hurting Clarke Central right now.
Clarke Central down by 11. They're going to need a huge comeback. This game enormous for both teams. Both teams need it just about as bad. Playoff hopes on the line. Both teams came in here knowing they couldn't leave with a loss. It's not over yet, and maybe it is. Banks hits a shot, and now it's a 13-point lead. Mangle might need to hit another three. He drops it inside to Howard. Dishes it out to Brown. Back to Howard. And he's back in the game and back on the board. Banks driving it down, trying to get a quick score. Ezra rips it away, but there is a foul on the floor. Clarke Central's in the bonus, so Banks will shoot one. 1-1. Some boos from the crowd. They don't like the call. Banks averaging 11 points a game, and he hits it there. Also averaging over 50% from the field.
Banks is also the leader in points for the team.
You can tell there. He's a 6'4" sophomore. Just imagine how good he'll be in 2 years. And another foul. 12-point lead now. Wilkerson at the line again. He'll shoot 2. And he hits the first one. That's Heritage's 60th point. They now hold a 13-point lead. Just over 4 minutes left in the 4th period. And he hits another one. That's a dagger for Clarke Central, hoping to get back in. As McCall drives it up the court. Mangle, desperation 3. Oh, and he hits his 3rd of the period. Mangle putting on some pressure along with the rest of the Gladiator team. And a dunk from Banks. He's trying to end this himself.
Going back to Jack Mangle, he's had 2 threes in a row, trying to give some spark back to this Clarke Central team.
And Mangle another 3, and he hits it! 4 in 1 period! If Clarke Central's to come back, Mangle is the MVP. But I don't think it's going to happen tonight. Abrams hits a layup, and they are now up by 12 with just over 3 minutes left to go in the 4th period. Ezard with the ball. Clarke Central will retain possession.
Clarke Central needs to find a way to come up with a stop in these next 3 minutes, try to get some more points, not letting Heritage respond.
If they are to come back, it's going to be a huge one. They might just need to keep giving it to Mangle. Brown going to try it out, and he hits it! Clarke Central is unstoppable from the perimeter. And is it a turnover? Clarke Central ball. Clarke's to inbound. This is now a 9-point game. Clarke Central has kept fighting this entire half despite being down, Nicole. They're still fighting.
No, they have not given up.
Mangle, what's he going to do? Is he going to shoot or is he going to pass? Parks to Brown. Back to Parks. They're going to need to put up a shot pretty soon. McCall trying to find some room inside. Howard's got to get open. He's been their guy all night. And they're calling a foul. He was fouled on the 3. That means he gets 3 shots. And Ezard seems to be in a lot of pain on the sidelines. McCall with the free throws. It's his first one. It's now an 8-point deficit. Rattles the second one in. The lead now down to 7. This game is not over yet. Just when you think it's over, Clarke Central comes clawing back.
These last 2 minutes will be crucial for this Clarke Central team.
This is it. This could be their playoff hopes on the line right here as the lead is now down to 6. McCall drains all 3 of its free throws. And a turnover, no. Howard can't get his hands on it, and Heritage will keep the ball. Howard coming off onto the bench. And Harris dishes over. And Clarke Central gets it back. And Brown into the lane, and he scores. It's a 4-point game. What a game here tonight. The crowd's getting into it. Clarke Central is pressing, trying to make this a 2-point lead.
Clarke Central's finally got it together in this second half. Really came out to play, especially in this 4th quarter.
If only they had started the game like this. Just imagine. And Parks dishes over to McCall. Back to McCall, trying to find a lane. And could he get it? No, he can't get his 5th. Mangle off target on that one. Just imagine how loud the crowd would have got if he had drained that 3, Nicole.
Definitely. But the crowd is still really getting into it right now, really trying to show some good support for their team right now.
And there's 1:17 left in the 4th period, 4-point lead. Heritage leads 65-61.
Clarke Central has 10 fouls right now. Heritage only has 5.
Clarke Central's in the double bonus, which means any foul they commit, 2 shots for Heritage.
It's definitely, if anything, these fouls are really going to hurt them if they end up losing this game.
Well, you think both these teams came in here with playoffs on their mind.
Only 4 points between both Clarke Central and Heritage with only 1 minute and 7 left in the game. Right now, Clarke Central needs to focus on their fouls because that could definitely get them into trouble within the last few minutes of this game. They also, you can tell that their press has kind of frazzled Heritage a bit since they have definitely closed the gap from 10 points to only 4. A lot can happen in 1 more minute. As long as Clarke Central keeps their head on straight, they could possibly come out on top.
Thanks, Savannah. Back out from timeout. 1:17 left here in the Terra Gladiatorum. Only one team can walk out of here with a win. But what a fight from both in the second half. And a foul from Heritage. That's Byron Abrams with a foul. That's Abrams' 3rd, 6th for Heritage. Still not in the bonus. Big deficit on the fouls still.
We'll see what Clarke Central does with this next minute. It's going to be crucial with only down by 4 points.
Right, McCall into Howard. What can he do with it? He's been the hero all night. He's short that time. And Mangle's short too. Harris with the ball. To Rozier. Out to Jones. Mangle defending. They've got to get a stop here. 52 seconds left. And they're pressing him. They're pressing him. Who's got the ball? They call jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Heritage. Tough break for Clarke Central. They're really bringing it here, giving everything they got on defense. Isaiah Banks to inbound. Clarke Central not giving him any room. Jones with the ball, passes to Banks to Harris. Mangle defending, and he gets the foul.
This is where the 15 turnovers for Clarke Central are really hurting their game right now.
Right, they've only turned it over 5 times since the second half, but they needed to be near perfect in the second half to keep it as close as they have. And they played good, but might not be good enough when it's all said and done. Clarke Central needs to foul from here on out. Jones hits the free throw. Coming into this game, he was 33 of 46 from the line. And Clarke Central desperately needs some Heritage players to miss some free throws here. Jones with a second shot. And he misses it. Howard with another rebound. Well into a double-double tonight. That's Brown, the top of the key. Passes to Mangle. There's timeout.
Only 30 seconds left here, down by 5 points. Clarke Central really needs a miracle to try to get back.
66-61. Heritage leads. 5-point lead. And Heritage has hit 10 of their 13 foul shots this half. You think that's all? Are we going to bring it down to Savannah? You see Clarke Central with their newspapers out. And McCall back on the court. 28 seconds left. They need a 3 here. Howard trying to get something inside. And he gets blocked, but there's a foul. Savannah, how is the atmosphere down there? Howard drains the first free throw. Clarke Central now in the bonus. Howard with his second shot to bring the deficit to 3. This game, can you believe it, Nicole, is still not over. Howard drains another free throw, and it's a 3-point lead. They're going to call a foul on Clarke Central. Clarke Central is 9 for 15 in free throws. Both teams shooting well from the line this period. And we're going to go back down to Savannah.
Here between the two student sections, you have it between the Patriots cheerleading squad and the Clarke Central cheerleading squad. And even the Clarke Central student section is kind of getting involved. Everyone's up on their feet, everyone's screaming. It's kind of like a little party down here on the court.
Thanks, Savannah. And Jordan Thomas hits his first free throw. And it's a 4-point lead. What do you say?
It's a 2-possession game right now.
Five-point lead for Heritage, 68-63. And out of bounds, it'll be Clarke Central ball. They're gonna need probably a 3 here. They could get a 2, but it's dicey with 15 seconds left. And Mangle dishes into McCall. Goes back to Mangle, they're going for a 2. And he can't get it to drop. Clarke Central's gonna have to foul, and there's 8.9 seconds on the clock. The 5-point lead. It's gonna be a big win for Heritage.
It will be a heartbreaking loss for Clarke Central, really coming off that big loss to Cedar Shoals on Saturday.
Back to back, not gonna look good for Clarke Central.
No, definitely not the way they wanted to come into this game.
Mangle 3 of 5 for this half. His 3 made shots were from 3-pointers. And here's Jordan Thomas. I'm sorry, Rashad Jones at the line. His first one rattles in. It's now a 6-point lead for Heritage. And if he makes this one, he'll all but do it here at the Terra Gladiatorum. It's been a great game, but it doesn't seem like Clarke Central is going to be able to pull it off tonight. And what a heartbreaking loss it will be.
Yeah, but you have to commend Clarke Central for really getting themselves back into this game, making sure that it wasn't a blowout like it was looking in the first half.
I think they'll have some good momentum going into the next game, given the way they played in the second half.
So I think they definitely improved a lot towards the end of the game. Have a lot to look forward to.
And we're going to bring it down to Savannah.
Clarke Central ended up coming up short only by 6 points. However, they closed that gap late in the game. They definitely brought up their momentum. However, they did fall short in the end.
Thanks, Savannah. Big win for Heritage. Big loss for Clarke Central. And looks like the Patriots are going to the playoffs in the same week that the New England Patriots are playing in the Super Bowl. What do you look at that?
Salem for Clarke Central. So we'll see how they come out.
And Clarke Central loses by 6. 69 Heritage, 63 Clarke Central. That's all for us tonight. Thanks for watching.